myself as a celebrity. I'm just a dad, I'm a husband, I'm a hard worker. I understand the realm that, I was in a profession where it's, I get that. But I'm the guy that never really wanted to play in the NFL. And when I got there, this is my job. This is how I take care of my children. But I think something you touched on, I'd like to share. I'll be married to my college sweetheart, Raina, in 30 years. We have 3 biological children. And I think it was, what's today? 2007. So that was 13 years ago. We adopted our 5 nieces and nephews. Caught us off guard, but I flew out to Tulsa to check on them and found out the situation was really bad. And then 24 hours later, I'm in a courthouse standing for a judge, and the judge is like, well, you're next to kin. What do you want to do with the 5 nieces and nephews? Because we're going to put them in separate foster homes. So I did, the smart thing, let me call my wife first. And so
I love that part.
yeah. And that's how it went down. It's like, okay, Judge, let me call my wife first. But it took us 5 minutes to make that decision, and we both realized we could do something about it, and we made the decision, and we merged them into our family. And yeah, it was not easy. I don't want to make it sound like it was easy, and financially it was a big cost, but it was just so rewarding to be able to impact their lives, and I think they impacted all of our lives as well. And we're proud to say that there's only one child left in the house, and that's our youngest, Alicia, my niece, who's now 18, just graduated. So, I just remind people that, sometimes in life we have to make decisions we're not prepared for, but we've got to find a way to step up. And we saw it as an opportunity to impact 5 more lives. Message to people that no matter what hits you, whatever happens, in spite of that, you can overcome. Motivating my why, really, because when I was young, we were raised in Northeast Portland in the hard parts, and we struggled growing up. And I made a decision early. I just didn't want to struggle like that, and I wanted to break that cycle, and I wanted to do something different. So when I was in that situation, I reflected on that. Remember, that's what was driving you from day one. Here's your opportunity to do that, and that's why a lot of the attention turned in that direction, because of that little boy from Portland, Oregon, who just wanted to do something different. I wanted to leave the hood. I wanted to see the world and explore and create opportunities for my future family. I'll go through what I call the mental gymnastics. We kind of flip back and forth. I want to do it. I don't want to do it. This is hard. This is easy. I'm scared. We go back and forth. As athletes, I think we already come equipped with this strong mindset, this mental toughness, so that no matter what comes our way, even in the business world, mentally, we're already prepared for it. But you can't be an athlete if you're not coachable. If you're not coachable, you're getting kicked off the team. It's just how it works, right? But in the business world, there's a learning curve. You're constantly learning, you're constantly growing, and if you want to continue to excel, you have to humble yourself and be coachable, because you're going into professions typically where you've already got your MVPs, your rock stars, your superstars, and these are ones you can learn from. They can help cut down that inevitable learning curve, and I think as athletes, we understand that, because even when I was in the NFL, I can remember when I was drafted by the Cleveland Browns, I always gravitated to the veteran wide receiver. What can they teach me? He's already been there 5-6 years. When I went to Kansas City, I gravitated towards Stephon Page. He'd already played 9 years, so I've always had that habit. And in the business world, I've done exactly the same thing. When I wrote my book, I got a mentor. When I launched my speaking career, I got a mentor, and I have so many mentors I work with to this day. But I'd spin it a little different, meaning that we're willing to do the work when nobody's watching. So we will show that discipline. And that's that ability to do what you need to do, when you need to do it, while no one is watching. Avoiding complacency. And I think this really separates the amateurs from the pros. And I even saw this in the NFL. The ones who can avoid falling into that trap of getting complacent. You have a great game, you have a great season. As athletes, we had to come in with the mentality of, okay, how can I be better this year? How can I improve this year? How can I be better than I was the year before? And in the business world, we have that same mindset. How can I improve? How can I grow? Because we know that in sports, I was taught that you brought your best every day, because if you didn't, there was a guy behind you waiting for your job.
I think we've heard tirelessly almost at this point, everyone needs to have a why, but we're never taught how to find that why. And if you just, approach it like a child, ask why to each subsequent answer that you're giving, then finally you'll drill down to really what the reason behind all of those reasons is. And I think that goes.
Yeah. Yeah, we call that peeling the onion. An onion has multiple layers. And a great example, 2 years ago, I was speaking to a woman in Chicago, and she said, JJ, you got some tips on losing weight. I need to get in shape. Why do you want to lose weight? Well, because I want to be healthy. Why do you want to be healthy? Because I want to be able to get on the ground and play with my daughter. Why? Because right now I can't, and I just want to be healthy. I go, but why is that important to you? She said, because I want to be around. What do you mean? My mom died of obesity when I was a child. I want to be around for my daughter's first wedding. Bingo. Did you catch that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I said, that's your why. You write that down. You put it on the fridge, your phone, wherever. And whenever you want to quit, you don't want to follow your program, you read that. And what you just said is so important because people don't understand how to do that. But if they can think about the layers of an onion, just keep peeling and getting to the core, you'll eventually get there. And I'm always about the individual because I think we have so much power. There's so much we can do ourselves. It's control what you control. And I look the leaders in the eye and I tell them, have you heard the saying, there is no I in team? Well, I'm going to spin that. There better be an I in team. That means you have to have the ability to lead yourself first. Before you can lead your team, your thought process has to be that leaders lead from the front. Your job is to set the pace, the example for the team. If you want your team to do more, you do more. You want them to raise more, you got to do it first. So that I like to tap into them first because they're the heartbeat of the team. It's the leader. And so I really like to put a lot of pressure on them because that's what the pressure was put on me. The second thing I like to talk about, and even in your industry, is that everyone has to have the mindset of creating opportunities. And we can't just sit at our desks and just think everything's going to come to us. You have to have the approach, create opportunities. And I want them to think like, you got to create opportunities where it appears none exists. I mean, this is what the best do. They create these opportunities. And that's the mindset you want to have. But understand what I just shared with you. I went on to play 9 years in the NFL. Oregon never recruited me. They didn't even send me a courtesy letter. I was the number one wide receiver in the state. But the point is, I created the opportunity. And that's what I like to empower into people in the business world, sales, or whatever. You have to figure out a way to get your foot in the door, to get noticed, to set up that meeting. And when you do it, it has to be crystal clear what makes you different. What makes you unique? What's your competitive advantage? What value do you bring to the table? And it has to be crystal clear. It's not going to be easy. You're going to get your no's. You're going to deal with rejection. But when you hit those no's should make you hungrier. They should make you even work harder. Harder at what? Mastering the basic skills.
The whole thing is one big silver lining, the positive mantra.
And you already hit it on the head. I can't believe you said that. My main mantra is about staying positive. It has been my mantra since I was 15 years old. I had a trainer, Von Ray Johnson, who used to say it all the time, drove me nuts. But as I got older in athletics and I dealt with some challenges, I realized the power of staying positive. And I try to encourage that mindset to everyone. It's on my voicemail. It's on the end of my signatures a lot of time. And the reason why, because I think a positive mindset separates the best from the rest. I mean, no matter what's happening in the world, what's happening around you, when you have a positive mindset, you wake up with the right attitude. You feel it's another opportunity to win, another opportunity to be better. And it also helps you deal with the fiasco, the failures, the adversity, the challenges, setbacks, and adversity in life, because it's going to always happen. But when you have that mindset, you're always in the right framework, you know what you got to do, and you recognize opportunities. Because right now, I mean, we're all dealing with uncertainty right now, but I see opportunities, right now, and that's from having a positive mindset.
I just really appreciate you being part of Winning Wednesday. This is a great honor for me to have been able to interview you.
No, thank you. I appreciate the opportunity, appreciate you reaching out to me, and I'm glad we connected on LinkedIn, and, just keep up the good work, because it appears that you're interviewing people that are sharing some really good positive messages, and that's what people need today. They need positivity. They need something that they can take in and then go put into action and ultimately accomplish the goals that are important to them.
100%.